I'd always had a box in my head that I could lock, but then that box started opening, and then suddenly 2 years ago, just stopped working completely, and that's when I think it all hit me. Then that box came open and everything flooded out. I ended up dealing with two casualties. A guy who'd horrendous leg injuries, and there was a lady who sort of appeared in shock, but she said she was okay, so I thought, right, I'll take the guy first. Took him up to King's Cross and he was taken off me there. Then I went back for her and was chatting to her. And I thought I'd take her out the Russell Square entrance. And I remember carrying her sort of like a fireman's carry. And I've never known so many steps to get back up the top. But she was talking, and then halfway up, she just went quiet. And I had to put her down and realised that she stopped breathing. So I did CPR on her, but it just didn't work. And I remember sort of just kneeling over, just crying, which was very unlike me. And then I had real guilt because I thought, well, why didn't I take her first? I mean, he survived, but I just had this thing in my head that I'd made the wrong choice when I assessed the pair of them. And that's really, I think, I sort of carried that guilt for a long, long time after. And so my confidence went. I had no emotions at all, which again, very unlike me. I like trying to keep fit, but I just ended up sitting in a chair, just staring at the walls, and I'd do that for half a day. And I just remember reading one of the police magazines, and I saw an advert in there for Police Care UK, and I read that, and I thought, I just wonder, and I admitted to myself that I did need help, and I think when I was a police officer, I didn't dare admit that, just when I started, just a different generation, but I thought, I've got to do something, because this just isn't me, and I could just see myself getting worse and worse. So I filled in the form, gave them a phone call, and it went from there really. And they asked me would I speak to somebody over the phone, or sort of a FaceTime, or person to person. And I personally, I like talking to people. I'm a bit old boy, so computers and phones, I prefer to speak to someone face to face. And they arranged very quickly for me to see a counsellor in the local area. She was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't have asked for anybody better. And we had the 12 weeks, and I think it was frustrating for her, because I was quite a hard person to work on. I had this thing in my head that I'd done something wrong. And she said, I'm going to ask if we can get you some more sessions. And Police Care UK authorised another 6, which were brilliant. And basically the second to last one, we got over that hurdle. And I think after that, so my life changed greatly. It's back to how it was before I started. I mean, I still think about her every day. It's funny, it's a lady I only knew for probably half hour, an hour at the most, but she's been one of the most important people in my life. Every day I've thought about her, but I can think about her now and think, well, I did my best for her. The emergency services do a tremendous job, and they say an average person in their lifetime will witness 4 to 6 traumatic incidents. Emergency services will do 400 to 600, and that's a lot. And you can become hardened to it, but I think, like me, a lot of people have these boxes in their head which they keep locked, but at some point they will come open, and it can really change your life. And I mean, to me, it's just got me back on my feet, really. But I've known other people where it's gone one step further, and they're not with us today because they haven't sort of got any help. They've tried to deal with it. I think it does affect your family as well. It's not just a one-person thing. My wife's had to watch me as well, change. And I mean, I only met her sort of 2 weeks before 7/7 happened. But she's known one person, then suddenly, a couple of years ago, changed completely to being this, I don't know, just this soulless person sitting there. So, and I think to just get back to normal, it's really important that people do ask for help. I think police care are amazing. You know, they really are amazing. And again, if it wasn't for them, I'd still be sitting in that chair. But the fact that they do this to begin with anyway is amazing. And the fact that they just kept doing it for me, just showing me so much support. And it's only because of them that I'm here able to do this today, not the person just sitting in that chair staring at that wall.